by water. Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that karma yoga is performed worldly actions with their head, with their body, senses, mind and intent, all for the purpose of self-purification. Thank you.
Now, I call upon my friend Diksha to welcome the gathering. A warm welcome to all the dignitaries who have joined us here to attend the Shri Neelakantan Memorial Lecture. I accord a humble and sincere welcome to our chief guest, Shri Prabhakar, Chartered Accountant, Secretary and Correspondent PSBK Secondary School. I welcome you, sir. Dr. Srimati Swami, Honorary Secretary, NDGES. Shri S. Sridharan, Honorary Joint Secretary and Treasurer, NDGES, and Correspondent, Sivaswami, Senior Secondary School. Principals and Vice Principals of Sivaswami, Senior Secondary School, Lady Sivaswami, Ayyar Girls Higher Secondary School, and Sivaswami, Higher Secondary School. I am delighted to welcome Neelakantan sir's family members and friends, teachers, staff, students, and all others present here. It is our privilege to host the Neelakantan Memorial Lecture, an annual event conducted on 20th November, celebrating Neelakantan sir's birthday, where prominent people from various fields guide the students of classes 11 and 12 before they step into the outside world. Sir, as Neelakantan sir was fondly known to all Kalarians, was a man of anyone, whether in the CBSE, local school principals, or anyone else for that matter. His network was truly mind-boggling. He maintained a close and supportive relationship with the students, understood them well, and was at the same time firm. His sense of humor was legendary and could lighten even the most serious situations. I once again welcome one and all to this momentous occasion, and sure that all of us assembled here will take home a priceless message from the thought-provoking lecture we are about to listen. Thank you, Diksha. Now I'd like to call upon my friends, Mayura Murali, followed by Samskriti Shri, to introduce our chief guest.
A pleasant afternoon, everyone. It is an absolute honor and privilege to stand before you today to introduce a remarkable personality, someone whose career and accomplishments serve as an inspiration to us all. Allow me to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Mr. P.S. Prabhakar, a man whose journey is a testament to excellence and perseverance. Mr. Prabhakar began his academic journey at the University of Madras, where he earned his Bachelor of Commerce degree in 1976. He then went on to qualify as a Chartered Accountant in 1980 and further added to his expertise by becoming an associate at the Insurance Institute of India in 1985. Over the past 4 decades, he has amassed an impressive repertoire of professional achievements. He spent 11 years in the Indian public sector and has left his mark wherever he has been. Our chief guest has had prominent leadership roles. He is the immediate past president of the Society of Auditors, Chennai, a reputed institution with a history spanning over 90 years. Additionally, he has served as an independent director of Messrs. AGS Federal Life Insurance Company Limited, Mumbai, and as the independent director and chairman of the audit committee of Hindustan Steelworks Construction Limited, Kolkata. Beyond his professional contributions, Mr. Prabhakar has shown an unwavering commitment to education and community service. He serves as a treasurer and a trustee of the Peace Educational Society, a premier cultural and educational organization in India, in Chennai, and also as the secretary and correspondent of Peace Senior Secondary School, Chennai. Adding to his multifaceted career, he was a co-opted member of the non-state committee of banking, insurance and pension, as well as the professional development committee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Now, my good friend Samskriti Shri will take us further into the exceptional contributions of our esteemed chief guest today. Over to you.
Thank you, Mayura. Mr. Prabhakar has made significant and impactful contributions across a wide range of professional groups. He was a member in the IRPAI's Standing Committee on Accounting Issues. He acted as a panel arbitrator at the Bombay Stock Exchange and Nani Palkhiwala Arbitration Center, Chennai. Today, Mr. Prabhakar stands before us not just as the treasurer and trustee member of PS Educational Society, the secretary and correspondent of PS Senior Secondary School, but also as an outstanding leader. He led a team in developing the technical guide on internal concurrent audit of the investment function of insurance companies, a joint initiative by the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India and the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, ICAI. He has been invited as a speaker at numerous forums over the years, including the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, ICSI, Loyola Institute of Business Administration, LIBA, Lions Club, Revenue Bar Association, and various regional branches of ICAI, where he spoke on a wide range of topics such as insurance, taxation, budgets, and more. Additionally, he participated in an international seminar conducted by the Indian Institute of Risk Management in Mumbai. Mr. Prabhakar served as a visiting faculty member at Bharat Vilasam Institute of Management, Trichy, teaching risk management and insurance to final year MBA students for 2 years. He has been a regular panelist in discussion forums on All India Radio, Doordarshan and several private channels, offering insights on topics related to economics, finance, governance and politics. A man of many talents, Mr. Prabhakar is also a keen enthusiast of Indian classical music and Tamil theatre, which he holds close to his heart. Prolific writer, he has authored numerous articles on professional subjects such as insurance, international financial reporting standards IFRS, taxation, multinational accounting firms, and also on non-professional matters. His leadership, expertise, and passion has made an everlasting impact on the people who have had the opportunity to work with him. We are deeply honored to have you here with us today, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, friends. Now, I request Shri sir, our correspondent, to present a token of gratitude to Shri Prabhakar sir. Thank you, sir. Now, I'd like to invite our esteemed chief guest, Shri Prabhakar sir, to share his valuable insights on life lessons through
formal education. We welcome you, sir.
Good evening to all of you. We are very grateful that we invited to this morning lecture in September in the name of Shri Neelakantan, with whom I have not had any fortune to interact. But I have been hearing that he was an extremely affable gentleman and an extraordinary human being as well. That he used to be so good that his connection with every student was so profound that he would remember people by name, individual names. And I'm able to understand how great it must have been by the very act that in spite of the fact that he spent only a very short time in this school, that the school has thought about instituting a memorial lecture for him year after year. I'm indeed very thankful also for the exhaustive introduction, which perhaps is the only time when the introduction will probably be longer than the speech itself. They embarrassed me to no end, I tell you. It's not very nice to hear about yourself. When people like Madam is here, my good friend Shri is here, they have done much more because of education than I have ever even tried to do. Sivaswami is one of the most reputed CBSE institutions in Mylapore, stemming from the benevolence of Sivaswami Ayyar. I do not know how many of you have heard about him. Late Sivaswami Ayyar was a legendary figure in the Mylapore circle and also in the lawyers community. Even as a school student, I used to be fascinated by his biography, which I used to read. My sister was working in late Sivaswami School and she used to read the book. I don't know who wrote his biography, but I don't remember that. But I used to read that, and I was really very fascinated about such people could exist in this world. Such noble people could exist in this world. We don't see many of them here today. I am truly excited to be here to be talking to the young minds of 11th and 12th standard of this school. And who are in the verge of stepping into the next phase of life. But not just in academics, but also in various other perspectives of life. Today I want to talk to you about the life lessons to formal education and how they stay with you long after the textbooks are closed in your life. The education itself has evolved over a period of time. In a few centuries back, the education was disseminated only by the parents and the grandparents. It used to be at-home scenario. Long before education was trying to be outsourced to others. In fact, if you remember about the Rishi, that if you have read about Mahabharata and Ramayana and the epics like that in Rishis, originally there was Gurukulam, but before that, you have looked how Rishis have got educated. Vyasa Vasitharatharam Sakte Gautamakrisham Parasharakam Prade Sudharam Pramodini. It said no, Vyasa, sage Vyasa, who was a very great expert and sage. He got his education from his father, grandfather, and he educated his son Parashar and Subhabrahma Rishi. So the lineage was there clearly between the parents and children. And other than that, neighbors. Neighbors were giving me 5 minutes, and if I am unable to look after my child for a long time, I will probably leave it to my neighbors and my neighbors will leave it to mine. So the education was continuing, even about informal education those days. And of course, you also got educated to the peer children by playing with them in the evenings and all that. Then the concept of Gurukulam came. Later, the Gurukulam concept was slightly amended, and we had what is called pure outsourcing to the educational institutions like schools and colleges. What is formal education and what is informal education? Who can tell me the difference? Not a secret set. Are you on formal education or informal education? Tell me. Formal education. So the formal education is basically a structured, syllabus oriented, defined curriculum, and matching the slowly and evolving to the matching of the mental age equally. Because you are not studying at 5th standard, what you should be studying in the 8th standard. For example, you are not studying geometry before studying about mathematics. You are not studying economics before studying the basic social tendencies. So basically, the syllabus has been evolved in such a manner by the what is called ancestors to ensure that the mental age equals the physical age. So, and also, formal education is institution based, informal education is non-institution based. For example, I'm not talking about non-institution, I'm not talking about the non-formal. There is a difference between informal and non-formal. Non-formal, all of you were exposed to non-formal education sometime back. You remember when? During COVID time. All of you were going on online classes and all that. So, what was the difference between the formal education and non-formal education? You used to come to school in uniform. I hope which I will come later. But in non-formal education, when you are studying from home, you were not compelled to have a uniform and all that. So that was the difference between non-formal education. And basically, formal education is a classroom education. What you are doing, suppose you are going to go for some kind of a training, on-the-job training, or some kind of an apprenticeship, and training in a corporate for some kind of a specific period. Now, there are certain colleges, there are courses where you are expected to go for some on-the-job training. So these things are called basically shop floor situations. You will come to know how you in real life situations are arising, how you manage the real life situations. For example, a course like CA, I think many of you must have been aware of how CA is conducted. CA is not only education by textbooks, classrooms also, and more importantly, on-the-job training. So it is combined. And in formal education are basically exams oriented and marks oriented. You are all the time bothered only about the textbooks and the marks that you are getting. As an informal education is basically knowledge and wisdom. So how come you are talking about lessons in formal education, life lessons in formal education? Normally people think that life lessons are obtained only in informal education and not in formal education. I am going to be telling you several instances where life lessons are obtained through formal education. For example, education, the Swami perfection which is already imagined. Everybody is perfect in a way. Only education is a concept that molds the person to be a complete man. So basically, you can see the child is born. The child does not walk immediately. The child does not talk immediately. But there are animals. The moment they are born, they walk. The birds, the moment they are born, they fly. Who teaches a bird to fly? Who teaches a fish to swim? So these are the things. In that way, we are in fact telling them that we are calling them as having only 5 senses or less. The so-called man, human being who is supposed to have the 6th sense is taking time, 1 year time even to say Tata, Mama. 2 years to even run, 3 years to understand what you are saying. So, in fact, it takes a human takes a long time to get everyone's basic things like this. For example, recognizing people, talking a few words, and eating his soul food. All these things will take time. Mankind needs to be educated both formally and informally. In both in formal education and informal education, you get life lessons. Informal education, you get life lessons always, you know that. But here I am going to be only concentrating only on the life lessons that you are going to get in formal education. How to learn is the first learning that one gets in a formal education. I will tell you one thing for it. I'm sure everybody will have gone about it. What is he saying? Not only your learning should be blemishless, but you should learn what you need to learn. So not only you should learn what you need to learn, only what you need to learn, because there is another problem which says Kadavas Patramara. This way you may even try to learn how to speak and then forget. Why do you learn something to forget it? We don't learn something to forget it. So I don't approve of that particular problem. Whereas the Lord said, Karpavai Karke, what you need to learn, you learn. What you need, how do you follow what you need is the secondary part of it. But the fact is, learning to learn is the first lesson that you learn in a formal education. That is why I said the matching of the age, mental age and the physical age. In life, you will constantly acquire new skills, adapt to new situations, and solve unfamiliar problems. These are things that happen naturally as days go, as things go. Now, you are all being aided by what is called cell phones also. Your digital apparatuses teach you a lot of things. Whether the wanted things or unwanted things, they teach you a lot of things. It has become a very important, it's playing a very important role in the course of education, in the course of acquiring knowledge and wisdom also. Your capacity to learn, unlearn, all these things will be determined how far you can go in your career and personal life. That's what I said. When Guru meant what you need to learn, he has also defined what you need to learn. What happened in the period of British Raj? When the British Raj, the whole system of education was changed in such a manner that they wanted you to learn English. Basically our ancestors, fathers, grandfathers and all that who were studying English, British Raj. To the extent, Bharatiya was very upset that the education system was getting spoiled because of this English. Because people, whatever that needed to be learned, whatever that needed to be taught, were not taught by his schools then. He was so upset, in fact, he wrote his, what is called, Suya Sarite, which is a biography, autobiography he wrote. There's one point of Bharatiya which all of you must learn, must read. It's a Suya Sarite of Bharatiya, where he says, Kambalan Rogu Manidal Vazhadum, Kalidasan Kavile Kumaitharum, Umpal Vaanathu Kodalil Neenayum, Oothu Adartharum, Bhaskaran Makshiyum, Nambarum Thiralum Oru Paaniyum, Naaluvil Ilakkana Pettarum, இவர்கள் இறுதி கண்டுபிடிக்கும் இயல்புடைய சங்கர் கேட்கிறது சேரன் நம்பி சிலம்பை இசைத்தது தெய்வப்பட்டு ஒரு மாமனை செய்தது பாலை நம்பிசை பாண்டிய சூழல்கள் பாலைக்கு தர்மம் வளர்த்தது வேறொரு சூழல் மற்றும் அசோகனால் கிடைக்கலாத சுவித்தகம் காத்தது. He has been listing all these things and said, அன்னையாவும் மனிதர்கள் மாறத்தான் ஆண்டியும்பையில் பள்ளிக்கு போகிறார் என்ன சொல்லி இங்கே உணர்ந்தே இந்த இவன் மேல் உள்ளம் என்பதை that's what he wrote. Which means what we needed to learn was not learned properly, but fortunately we have an independence. Education was actually education was learning. So we are in some kind of a stage. There could be shortcomings even now. Even though there could be shortcomings in the formal education system, but we are at least on right track. In fact, to teachers and the headmasters, the principals will be knowing about the new education policy. They are very happy that something good is happening. There are what is called handicaps. There are some loopholes, but I think there will be, on the whole, education policies getting to a level where life lessons, as I am going to mention more, are being learned next steps. There is a beautiful book called All I Needed to Learn, I Learned in My Kindergarten by Robert Fulghum. How many of you have read it? Have you seen it? Robert Fulghum, you have read this. So, in fact, what he said was, all these things are taught to the children, life lessons at the KG level, and these things stay with you, be his life. Share, care, play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up your own mess, don't take things that are not yours, say you are sorry when you hurt somebody, wash your hands before you eat, speak only when you are spoken to. These are all the life lessons which one here has to read. This is being learned in KG by most of you. Yes or no? But KG teachers are going to have to do. Maybe your KG teachers also give you law of action, that will you and that and that. All these lessons also we are being taught. But basically these are the things that are being taught by the school. And normally what happens, these things if they are taught at home, children do not learn. Children do not listen. That is why they outsource the thing. In fact, if a teacher says something, normally, in fact, when we are all very young, our parents used to say, so school was a kind of punishment thing. The second lesson, a right lesson that you will need to, you will learn in a formal education is time management and discipline. When an academic year starts, you get new books and you like the smell of the new books. Okay, what do? You put the wrapper, you put label, writing, all these things. And there will be timetable, you will be waiting to get to know timetable, and you will, every day what you do, you know which time, which periods are there today, you read those books, and what are the homework that have been presented. All these things, you are doing it prior to coming to school. Not in school, prior to coming to school. See, this time management and the basic discipline are being taught to you in the formal education only. If you are going to be studying at home, if you are going to have your own teachers, or if you are going to have your parents teach you, all these things you will not have. And different subjects are taught by different teachers, and these help the students take their time management better and organize the books and notebooks that we carry into school. All these things are learned life lessons. It is not something that should be without something that is very trivial. And as I mentioned here, the large gas construction, in fact, he gave to me a diamond value. He gave to Kale Eduthavan Padithu, people very good, Patu Mali Guru Pradiyaki, this is the Radakapati of the power. That's what Bhagavad power. Those who probably that is not exactly possible. What he said, there has to be play, there has to be fine arts, time for fine arts, singing, music, dance, theatrics, everything, and there has to be time for sports. So he said, he must have told him afternoon, morning, but what he meant was, all these things will have to practice in a day for you. So that is what he has prescribed. So this basically inculcates discipline in studying and homework lessons. Right life lessons, you may wonder, why should I read about Lord Dalhousie and Lord Curzon, 7th standard? Who are they? I don't even know them. They are not here now. Why should I learn about them? Why should I learn about Baba, Apple, Humayun, etc.? Why should I learn about physics and chemistry, which I am not going to? I am good. I have set my mind to do commerce. I have set to do my mind to management. I don't need this parliamentary. I don't need to know about this, physics experiment problems. But from the 5th or 6th standard from mid school itself, you are given different subjects and you are compelled to read all the subjects. You should know something of everything before you attempt to know everything of something. Basically. So this is one of the fundamental life lessons, and that is why the syllabus formed by the academics into basic knowledge that every course subject is being important to you, the student. Because this, if you should know everything, you may know at a different level, you may be asked to do something, and you have to have a fundamental knowledge of things that you cannot feign ignorance, or you cannot even display your ignorance. Oh, I did not know this. I left this subject in choice, or I did not like this subject, so I did not know. Basically, whether it is history or civics or geography, at the level of middle school, this is very important. So the bouquet of subjects is being given to you at this point of time, so that you can choose what you like. You will be able to understand where your heart is there, and again on that basis you can do what is called a specialization. So even to do that in that middle school itself, so that is the reason why a bouquet of subjects is being given to you and taught to you. Number 4, study of languages. Again, India is a very unique country. Mori, is something that we have to know about the language. We are having more than 50, 60 languages. In fact, if you look at India and compare it with Middle East, they are talking one language in 80 countries. 80 countries. And from Tunisia to Egypt to Sudan, right up to Yemen, you have 18 countries and all of them talk one language. Whereas in India, we are one country. We are the epitome of unity in diversity. So we are having some 50 languages. The government of India's language policy is 3 languages, formal and government. But there is being Southly opposed in certain states, including ours. But I tell you, language is something very, very important. The mother tongue is always learned at the home. The first few words of the child is always the mother tongue, because the parents speak in mother tongue, the family speaks in mother tongue. But mother tongue is one child easily gets it. That is why if you know the children who are born in the US, they are able to be comfortable with age that you get to know, and that your mother tongue. In fact, to be very honest, my grandson, he speaks Tamil better than me. Though he was born only in US, because my son and my daughter are very particular that he should learn Tamil and he should speak only in Tamil. So, but anyway, when he starts going to school, he will change. To some extent, because there is a clear percentage there. But what I am saying is, in school, the other languages are being importance. Other languages are not being importance. It's just not a spoken language. If you want to have Tamil, you should know Naradiya, you should know Tirupura, you should know Sivaswami, you should know Keynote, you should know Ramayana, you should see what's in everything. There is a syllabus there that is being taught to you. All these things will one day help you. Why do I am able to read quotations from Bharatiya? Because I read Bharatiya, I was very I'm very keen enthusiast of Bharatiya. So from the very beginning I know I will do Tamil. So these things are very, very important. These are life lessons. Tomorrow you will be called by Sivaswami school to talk to you from this very podium. You should be able to talk like this. You should be able to also quote from scriptures, various languages. Sanskrit you must know, Tamil you must know. And any other language you know. Any language is a valuable addition to your life. Language is not going to give you marks. Or language marks do not get you medical seats or engineering seats. but language is very important. Language is very important. In fact, language, I will say, it is not even a subject, academic subject, it is a life lesson. Any language that you want to have, the more languages you know, better it will be. If you cross Nellore, you will not be able to manage with Tamil if you know only Tamil. It is impossible. Even Kerala, who speak Malayalam, which is similar to Tamil, it is very difficult to understand Malayalam. So we need to know more languages, and for that you need to have the inclination to learn languages that is being given to you at the school level in a formal education. Understand? This is one of the most important things that you get to know in a student development. So, Shri was mentioning to me that Sivaswami school is in the forefront in many sport activities, and he was very proud about it. I am also equally proud about my school also. They are doing extremely well in sports. Their sports and games are one of the most important part of a school student's life, whether indoor or outdoor. So if you look at the sports, what does it give you? It gives you physical fitness. It gives you good health, consequently. But more importantly, the spirit of competition among the students to come first or to do better in the school. And these are the things that are going to be very good. When it is possible for you, you cannot go in race with only one person participating. For race, at least two are necessary, right? So you need to have more people, to have more competitive spirit. So this can be in an institutional environment. So every school has their own due care of time slots in education. Every school has got in PD period is there almost on every day. PD periods in schools. So we ensure the schools ensure that PD periods are given, and that you are exposed to sunlight, and that you are exposed to physical activity. So this is very important. And during this physical activity, you can probably understand that how well your physical fitness is also cared for. And this physical fitness, good physical fitness leads to good health and long life. So one of the basic life lessons is that sports and games are most integral part of the school curriculum, school activities, and this is something that they are ensuring because you even at home, sometimes parents may not allow you to go outside and play. But of course today parents are also insisting that you go out and play because they don't want you to sit before the screen and spend screen time. Because it is better for you to avoid screen time and go out and play. It is always better because it is not only giving you a good sunlight and a good environment, it gives you a lot of mental peace and happiness, which probably will help you to focus more on your academics as well. Fine arts, whether it is music or dance or theatricals or even painting for that matter, there are people with some innate talents. These children are spotted by the teachers in dance class and music class, and they are given encouragement. Their parents are even told, parent teachers meeting that your daughter has an inclination to sing well. Why don't you have more, singing practice? These things are being honed, skills are honed only at the school level. In fact, I am proud that in BSc secondary school, we have had one Sangeeta Gallery, or two Sangeeta Galleries, one is Shri and Soumya. These Sangeeta Galleries have been produced in the school. Like that, there are several schools which are producing very many artists. In fact, many renowned artists acknowledge that this is my school. I don't know whether you are aware. One of the celebrated movie actresses called Lakshmi was a student of Sivaswami school. And she got President Award many times. 3 times she got President Award. A school student from our school, Sivaswami school. So in theatrics and in movies and in painting, fine arts, any kind of fine arts. The fine arts itself is encouraged only at the school level. To a large extent. It is not possible for you to have this at an informal education scenario at all. One of the very important things that I mentioned also is uniform. This dress code is being mandated in every school, maybe not in colleges, but in every school. This also gives you a feeling that everybody is equal. This is very commonly quoted line, a literary line by one politicians, but on a different context. But I tell you, originally this is practiced very well only in schools. The same amount of design, pattern, topography across, everything is same. If I do, this is important. The most important life lesson that there should be a sense of equality among the children. All of us are equal. It is not enough when you say in the school pledge, India is my country, all Indians are my brothers and sisters. This is something that you have to feel and say, and only your brothers and sisters will wear the same kind of thing. In fact, in many families, the family will wear the same kind of program, the father will do same kind of perspective. So, forget informal, even in a non-formal, I was mentioning to you earlier also, even a non-formal education on the cannot be ensured and mandated. So, the ensuring and mandating of the uniform is the most important thing that happens in a school environment. And this is only to ensure that nobody is higher, nobody, whether it's a politician or a bureaucrat or a rich person, all of them will have to wear the same thing. In fact, there are several schools which are mandating, even primary secondary schools, primary schools and nursery schools, people are mandating that you must come in tie and shoe and all that. Those children who see themselves in that feel very proud and I am wearing a tie and I am wearing a shoe and all that. This kind of pride that the school is giving them, nothing about the past. The parents are also very happy. Okay, even if the parent may be only, even she may be working as a cook in a house. The father may be very another son, but he still wants to spend money only to give the feeling of pride to the son. This feeling of pride is very evident, very transparent only in the scale of in the school education level. The next step is basically the school excursions, school picnics, trekking sessions. All these things have happened only at the school level. It is not something that you will not enjoy at all. This is one thing that every student looks forward to. Because there will be a bonhomie, there will be a camaraderie, there will be some kind of mutual friendship, sociability, everything can be ensured, can be developed among the students. And even with the teachers during the school trips. And this important life lesson like sticking together, adjustability to different. I know people who are not coming to school at 8:30, they have to wake up at 6:30 to come to school at 8:30. They are coming excursion, and they say that you have to come here bus at 6 o'clock, they will come at 6 o'clock. So what is not even possible at the school time is possible at the excursion time. True or not? So that is the minor difficulties and difficulties. They are okay. They adjust with others and they have other schedules. And also they help others. If a person is not able to work, they are able to help you. So these kind of things, mutual helping tendency are also. These are all important, very important life lessons that you will get here only in a formal education scenario. Schools today are arranging several competitions, several events like Model United Nations, coding competitions, inter-school debates, literary weeks, and leadership programs. All these things are happening, and every school, there are so many schools that are inter-school participations in there. So you will come to know about other schools people will come to your school and participate in competition. There will be friendship not only among your own school friends, your own class friends. It goes beyond your class. It goes beyond your school. It goes to other schools also. So there will be a friendship across the schools. So these things are what I call as para-academic activities. They are beyond academic activities. In fact, we have what is called beyond academics. There are so many things that are happening in subject-based interest-school competitions, like for example, Maths Week, Science Week, Nursery Week, Primary Week. All these things are happening. So the collaboration, cooperation among students, organizing things. In fact, students themselves organize. They collect money. They collect sponsorships. There are who are affluent parents. They give them what's called sponsorship. They are competing with each other to do better in what is called in management, managing these programs. All these things. In fact, it is most important given public speaking skills are honed in these kind of situations where the school is some kind of silent participant, school management. But the school management is not only a silent participant, it is a proud participant. The whole thing. They are very proud to say that their students are going to other colleges, other schools and get big prizes. I saw in your business so many prizes, so many trophies. I was very happy because all of these things have on your contribution and for elder school, children contribution, those people who have left the school. So all these things are possible only you are not only adding pride for yourself and your parents, but adding pride to your school and to your teachers. So this is what all these things I have mentioned about your basically the life lessons that you will learn. Even when you are in school, life lessons means there are no marks for life lessons. There are no gradations for it. Nobody is going to test you on life lessons and find out how much how much you know, how much you know, how much you know. These are all things that you need to do. This is a part of the human evolution. I want to know whether there are any questions. So basically what you need to do is when there are right skills are there, right persons are there are challenges. Your academic journey is not going to be very simple all the time. There are people who are studying the same school from pre-K or 18 up to 12th standard. When they go out of school after emotional school journey, you will realize that education is not just about the marks or the degrees that you get. Basically, you are building a foundation for the person that you will become, for the humaneness that you will develop, and for the extraordinary skills that you have learned on the school and off the school, during school time or out of school time. But during taking the days as the formal education, if you are not in the school, you would not have learned this. Not only have history or geography, not only physics or chemistry, but I am talking about even the life lessons that you are talking about. So you should embrace every challenge, learn from every mistake, and try to become a better human being. Because life is just not about a present. Life is just not about the rights and wants. Life is about life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I welcome my friend Vishwati to deliver the word of thanks. Good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I wish to read out a message from Anup Gupta, an alumni from Springfield, New Delhi's 1979 batch. In everyone's life, there is always someone who creates a lasting impression. It can be a parent, a friend, a colleague, a boss, a teacher, but rarely do we come across a person who is more of a friend, who taught as a parent without bossing. The learnings from every exchange have stayed with me for all these years as I try to emulate him. It is a hard act to follow, but I try, for when my time comes, I too want to be remembered like Mr. Neelakantan, a friend, philosopher, guide, and the best life lesson teacher ever. Oh, how I miss you, sir. With this nostalgic and heartfelt message, we near the end of today's event. It is my great pleasure and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks for the Neelakantan Memorial Lecture 2024. We are deeply grateful to Mr. Prabhakar for sharing his time, insights, and wisdom with us today. I am sure it resonated deeply with the audience. Thank you, sir. Shri Neelakantan, who have created an endowment for hosting the Neelakantan Memorial Lecture every year. Thank you. We wish to thank everyone present here for making this program possible. We wish to extend our warm gratitude to Lady Sivaswami Girls Higher Secondary School for providing us with this venue conduct our program successfully. Last but certainly not the least, my heartfelt thanks to each of the students for being such a wonderful audience. Your engagement has truly made this event a memorable one. With this lecture in our minds, let's continue learning, growing, and leading to with integrity. Over to Sabya to end the event with one more memory. Thank you.
I'd like to end by reading a message by Madhumita Jana from Anand, Gujarat, who worked with Neelakantan sir. It was a blessing to work with a leader who encouraged me to grow and learn as a teacher at Anandalaya, Anand, Gujarat. I am grateful to sir for the opportunity provided to take on new responsibilities and challenges that enabled me to be who I am today. On that note, I once again thank all of you for being here today to honor Mr. Neelakantan sir's memory. Let's rise for the national anthem.
India,